Howdy folks, Mark Cowbell. Bluesboy Jag here, guitar pick there. Cigar box guitar here. This is an Undercrown Flying Pig 6-string cigar box guitar humbucker. Telecaster style neck. Nice and pretty. Now, on these 6-string cigar box guitars, and actually on all of my cigar box guitars, I put extra wood here inside the box to weight it so it would balance properly like this instead of like that. Otherwise, your neck is much heavier than the box, so it's like that when you're on stage with a strap, and you don't want that. So I make sure that it's balanced. That also increases, of course, your sustain, gives you a fatter sound. Now, this pickup up here closer to the neck is going to give you more of a bassy tone. I've turned up the treble just maybe 5% more on my amp. I'm using a Fender Mustang amp right now. So that brings the treble up just a bit. So your mileage may vary depending on the amp that you've got. So as most of you probably know, pickups in the middle are going to give you more of a balanced bass and treble. Pickup closer to the bridge gives you more of a treble tone. Pickup closer to the neck gives you slightly more basser tone. So if you want a brighter sound, then maybe turn down your mid just a bit, maybe turn down your bass just a bit, maybe just 5%. And that'll give you a brighter tone. You can also increase your treble. So this right here, I mean, you can hear that. It's a pretty bright tone. So the amp that I'm using now, I've increased the treble and I've turned down the mids just a bit to kind of balance it out, just to give you an indication of what it sounds like. So I'm going to go back and set the amp back to its default settings, and you may or may not be able to tell the difference. The amp is about 8 feet away from the phone. So give me just a second here, and I'll turn everything back up to flat, and we'll see what she sounds like. All right. So everything is set back to flat, which is the traditional settings for this particular amp. For this setting, is default factory settings on the amp. Woo, get to turn it up. So I don't know if you can tell or not. It does have a bassier tone, almost like a jazz guitar. Nice bass response. I've said this a million, trillion, gazillion times. Your mileage may vary depending on the amp you're using, depending on the pedal board you're using. Just like any other guitar, I don't know why my arm is doing that you buy. So you can tweak to your heart's content to get whatever kind of tone you want out of all my cigar box guitars. So just because this pickup is closer to the neck doesn't mean, oh, it's a bass sounding. I don't want a guitar with a bass sounding. Do some research on the internet. Thousands of guitars have been made with a pickup closer to the neck. So tweak a little bit if you need to. Other than that, pretty straightforward. It's a Gibson adjustable bridge, corners, shiny, strap holders, bolt-on neck, signed and numbered. So basically what this is a Telecaster neck on an undercrown box with a humbucker. Turns you into a 6-string guitar. Folks, undercrown 6-string humbucker cigar box guitar by Bluesboy Jag since 2004. Jagshouse.com. 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 Once again, thanks for watching and thanks for your kind support.